G'day guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wildkard and kia ora to all the New Zealanders watching this video. Yeah, it is the first round of Super Rugby and the reigning defending champions, the Auckland Blues, has had the privilege of hosting the Chiefs at home at Eden Park to a very disappointing loss, opening loss to a very good Chiefs team out there tonight. 14 points to 25. Despite the wet conditions, I thought this was going to be a game that's suitable for the Blues. You know, last year they had the style that was laughed at and mocked at until they won the Super Rugby, which is just jamming your big forwards down the middle of the field until you score a try. Hey, they walk into this match trying to play the same style they did last year. I mean, if it's not broken, why change it, right? Unfortunately for the Blues, that just did not work for the Chiefs. The Chiefs came out of this game fully prepared for that physicality. In fact, they prepared to bring up more physicality as the game went on. The Chiefs had like a bunch of All Blacks big names off the bench just to ramp up the intensity in the second half to completely shut down the Blues style of rugby and then just completely overpower the Blues at their own game, essentially, to win this match 25 points to 14. It was a pretty disappointing start to all the Chiefs fans. I thought the Chiefs was going to lose this one. They came out of this game with the same mentality that kind of led to their downfall last year, which was to kick 3 points every time it's available, right? Especially that first 3 points when the Blues were under the pumps and the referee said, any more penalties, someone's going to the bin. And Chiefs went, yeah, we'll take the 3. And then never got the yellow card they were asking for. I mean, Damon Murphy, right? You know, and Luke Jacobson throughout the whole game was just asking Damon Murphy, where's the yellow card, mate? Where's the yellow card for repeated penalties? Never came through. There was a yellow card for a dangerous headshot tackle, high tackle, but never got that yellow card. They were promised for repeated penalties right from like the first 10 minutes of the game. So the Chiefs learned from that and, you know, was losing at halftime, 14 points to 6, and then came out the second half, did not just kick goals anymore. They went for the tries. They went for the tough route, and sure enough, the physicality, they were already kind of winning the physical battle. They just didn't take that opportunity to go for the tries. They'd taken the 3. So second half, they went for the tries, they went for the lineouts, and sure enough, the Blues crumbled. The Blues really crumbled under the pressure. And then the point of difference, the big matchup tonight as well, the battle of the fullback, I guess the battle of the battle of the fullback playmakers, in the sense of Damian McKenzie versus Beauden Barrett. I thought Damian McKenzie was absolutely amazing. He covered the back line with the kicking game much better than Beauden. He read the kicking game much better than Beauden whilst covering the kicks, and also when time was required of him to slide up into the attack, he made a massive impact for the Chiefs as well, especially in the second half. 2 tries, just slotting himself in the right spot of the attacking line, creating that overlap, putting himself into the little gap, and then punching himself through with that sheer talent that he's got. It was just really excellent. The Beauden Barrett didn't do any of that. In fact, Beauden Barrett's ability to cover the kicking game was, I was a little bit questioning. He was misreading the kicks he misread the kicks a few times, leading to, I think it was a 50-22 kick by Ratimer as well in the second half. And he looked a little bit, and also his return kicks as well, not as clinical as you would like from Beauden. He normally does a bit better, especially his, over 100 test cap veteran at this point, should be a bit better than that. In addition to that, I thought Beauden Barrett's goal kicking actually looked pretty decent. He got 2 out of 2. One of them was right from the sideline. But outside of that, I thought D-Mac was just, was pretty much won the battle there over his rival out of the 15 jersey. The scrum dominance as well from the Chiefs. Well, I was surprised. I thought the Blues would probably have the scrum dominance, but no, the Chiefs was already having ascendancy in the scrum, especially in that tight head side. It looked like the Chiefs were going in at just a tiny bit of angle and isolating, splitting the loose head out and isolating the loose head a little bit. So every time they push, they were able to get a little bit of forward momentum from that. Not a penalty every time, but yeah, the Tuonga Fasi on the loose head side from the Blues was complaining to the referee. There was a bit of an angle going on, borrowing in going on from the Chiefs' tight head side, and they were able to get away with it, and it was really well done. And then the second half, when that yellow card happened, the Chiefs were just walking over the Blues scrums. like there was no tomorrow. It was just really, really brutal and really, really well done from the Chiefs to absolutely destroy that. I already talked about the bomb squad, the all black bomb squad coming out for the Chiefs the second half. Just hundreds of, like 100 something test caps at least coming off the bench for the Chiefs, and just ramped up the intensity, ramped up the physicality, and the Blues couldn't outplay the physical game in the second half. And Clayton McMillan really delivered a masterful game plan for the Chiefs to win out of this one. When it comes to the Blues, they, in addition, if it's not broken, why fix it? They used the same strategy they did last year, but they didn't quite. I think they didn't quite have the same talent in the forwards. Obviously with the big man at number 8, what's his name? He's probably gonna go play for England. Oh god, I can't remember people's names when I'm filming. But yeah, the Blues lost their big number 8, and also Ioane as well, Akira Ioane as well. Some of these players are just big and physical boys that filled out your 4-pack, and those two players, especially the number 8, they're both like really good ball carriers as well, and you just didn't quite have that for the Blues out there tonight. The forwards carry game was just not quite physical enough like they were last year. Just a couple of changes in the pack, and suddenly you don't have that dominance anymore that you enjoyed last year for the whole game plan to work. Another thing I thought as well, that the Chiefs did really well to disrupt the speed of the breakdown, so the Blues couldn't just snowball that forward momentum as easily with a slow breakdown there as well. And finally, I thought this was a little bit of an interesting setup for the Blues, because last year they did this a lot where they brought in one of their 4 wingers, right? And then they just jammed them around the 10 channel with a quick ball off the ground. Usually Caleb Clark or Mark Talea, but they just didn't do any of that tonight. For the Blues, the wingers just stayed out wide, and it was just all the forwards. And sometimes you need that little bit of a speed to kind of need to speed around the rocks, and also sometimes there's a mismatch where they have big slow forwards trying to stopping your big slow forwards, and you bring in a bit of a speed. It can create a bit of a mismatch there and get yourself through. The Blues didn't do that pretty much at all this game, something that was very successful for them. So again, something that the game plan isn't really clicking for the Blues in that regards as well. So yeah, outside of that, the referee Damon Murphy was okay. I thought it was 50-50. I thought some of the scrums could have gone for the Chiefs in terms of just straight full-on penalties. He did get quite a few full-on penalties. I thought probably could have been a few more in the first half. But outside of that, I thought he was okay overall. I thought there was maybe a little bit too loose. I don't know. Maybe it let a few little things go out a bit too much. But outside of that, it was okay. So let's have a look at the stats of the game. 2 tries for the Blues, for the Chiefs 3 tries. 393 run minutes for the Blues, 470 for the Chiefs. 11 turnovers conceded by the Blues, 7 conceded by the Chiefs. Really clinical at the breakdown. 238 for the Blues. Tackles made, 36 missed tackles. That is really, really poor for the Blues. 173 tackles made for the Chiefs, only 13 missed tackles for them. 24 kicks in play for the Blues. Completely, it wasn't really working that well for them from the kicking game. They don't really kick that much anyway. But 33 for the Chiefs. Damian McKenzie managed the kicking a lot better than Bowden. There only 1 missed kicks from Damian McKenzie. 700 meters kick from the Blues, and then 836 from the Chiefs. Line out, 1 loss for the Blues. I think it was not straight. Chiefs lost 4. Yeah, there was quite a few disruption for the Blues. I think that was probably the best part out of the Blues 4-pack. Quite a few line outs just straight up stolen from the Chiefs with that front ball. So the Blues did really well there. Scrums, I thought the Chiefs probably could have got maybe a tight head there from the Blues, despite overwhelming dominance in that sense there. And finally, the penalties conceded, 15 penalties conceded for the Blues. Really, really poor. Jacobson was completely right about where is the repeated penalties yellow card you promised us. It just never came to fruition. Whereas the Chiefs only considered 6 penalties, and the Blues 1 yellow card for a high tackle on Finau, and that was it. He was sent off for 10 minutes. Nothing too crazy. Let's go through some of the recap of the game. So the game was pretty like physical right away. It took about 12 minutes for the Chiefs to get themselves in some ascendancy, and there was repeated penalties by the Blues. The referee actually giving out said next yellow card he going to the bin, and the Blues line out. So they already tested the line out. They tested the more. The Blues weren't defending the more very well there, and the Chiefs just went. We'll take the 3, and then to a huge sigh of relief around Eden Park, right? There was 3 points on the soft option. And then sure enough, the Blues punished the Chiefs soft option 26 minutes in. They got a penalty right in front, not taking the 3. They go for the line out. And then, yeah, they just crashed the ball. And Dalton Papali'i had 2 players in front of him. Regardless, rammed himself through for the goal. 7 points to 3. 33 minutes to get another penalty for the Chiefs. And then they were just like, oh, we're happy to take the 3. Yeah, really, really soft option. Again, 7 points to 6. And some big shots everywhere and not really converting that into any real advantage. And sure enough, the Blues punished it again, 39 minutes just before halftime. There was some nice hands to AJ from AJ out to the wing to Mark Talea. Mark Talea runs down the side. As the defender swept across to defend him, he passed the ball back in to AJ Lamb. He got tackled just short of the try line and dunked the ball over for the try. 14 points to 6 going into halftime. Yeah, it wasn't looking very good for the Chiefs. Chiefs came out second half, had opportunity for 3, and immediately they went, no, we're gonna go for the tries. And I knew the Chiefs might have a chance to win this one when they decided not to take 3 anymore. Sure enough, 54 minutes into the game, the Chiefs went for the line out. The ball just went out to Damian McKenzie, and it was literally like a stop. Like everybody was kind of like standing still. The ball went out back door ball to Damian McKenzie. He looked up. Riku Ioane was in front of him completely. I'm not sure what was happening, and he just completely burned Riku Ioane out wide, going for the try. 14 points, and he was so fast tonight, Damian McKenzie. I don't remember him being this fast, to be honest. He completely outpaced Riku Ioane for the try. 14 points to 11. 57 minutes into the game, the Blues, again, sucking defenders in, pounding them through, and then the ball went out right to Mark Talea. He looked like he scored, but he didn't quite ground the ball quick enough before his elbow pushed out of the sideline. So no try, 14 points to 11. And then sure enough, 61 minutes into the game, there was a yellow card to the Chiefs. Josh Fusitua, high shot on Finau. And then with the player advantage, the Blues just went for the scrum and squeezed the scrum into a penalty. And then without a player, the ball went out. And again, it was pretty poor defense from the Blues. There was like 2 people defending the blind side when there was literally no one even there from the Chiefs. And the ball just went out wide. There was a like easy overlap. Bowden Barrett was like, had to cover like 30 meters, 30 meters, maybe not 30 meters, like 20, 25 meters of the field by himself with 2 players in front of him. There was no chance. The ball went out for the try for Carter into the corner. 14 points to 18. And finally, 75 minutes into the game, once again, Chiefs pounding the Blues try line following and repeated penalties. The ball went out to Damian McKenzie. Again, he saw Mark Talea in front of him, just ran straight for the try line, and then he just basically, he knew there was wet conditions. He knew he was going to be able to follow the momentum and slide through beyond the try line. So he kind of like taking an early dive at the try line, and then just like, slide himself in for the try. 14 points to 25, easy win for the Chiefs. Tried to go for the bonus point at the end, couldn't quite get there, but man, the Blues have to rethink about their strategy without the big boys, and it's something that Vern Cotter have to go back to the drawing board. They don't have the big forwards, 2 of the most biggest forwards anymore, the biggest ball carriers anymore. So they need to rethink about that strategy. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Maybe the Mono Pacific game, but let's see how that goes. Cheers.